What's going on, guys? GregglesTV. This is update number 9 for the Galaxy Note 7 recall. We have a bunch of stories today. The first story coming out is a boy, 6 years old, was watching videos on a Galaxy Note 7 when it exploded in his hand. Fire alarms started going off. They rushed the boy to the emergency room where I guess everything's fine at this point. So I don't know how bad the explosion was. I don't think he lost his hand or anything, but it was pretty bad enough to bring him to the hospital. And now the family is in contact with Samsung, and Samsung's trying to investigate it a little bit further, but that's really crazy. I don't know if this phone was charging at the time either, but ultimately it exploded in the boy's hand. It's all over the internet. So another crazy thing to be worried about in terms of this Galaxy Note 7. You just don't know what's going to happen with it. So if you haven't returned it, you might want to think about returning it to your local carrier or the store that you bought it from to get a replacement phone if you can. I keep hearing stories of people that can't get replacements because their carriers don't offer them. So who knows what you need to do. Ultimately, try to return it if you can and get a replacement. If you can't, then maybe try to buy a cheap phone in the interim and go that route. Next up, so the other day I reported that Samsung has lost $10 billion in valuation. It's now estimated to be $19 billion. So that's $9 billion higher than it was before. The other big thing from this is that revenue losses are expected to be up to $5 billion. That's up from $1 billion. So this is getting bigger and bigger for Samsung. So we'll see how that turns out and if they end up losing that much or not, but that right now is a crazy amount of money so far. The next story has to do with the deactivation of Galaxy Note 7s. Now, yesterday's story was that the Galaxy Note 7 is going to be deactivated remotely by Samsung. Samsung is now refuting those claims, saying they are not going to do anything of the sort. They just want you to power off the phone, return it, or exchange it. So it looks like the deactivation process will not take place. As of right now, that's the word coming straight from Samsung. Next up, the story of the Galaxy Note 7 catching fire in that Jeep and causing it to catch on fire. Well, I guess there was actually a garage. Same thing happened. The guy was charging his Note 7 in there. It caught fire and his whole garage caught on fire and was destroyed. So another crazy fire story with this Galaxy Note 7. And lastly, the Galaxy Note 7 devices that are going to be safe will have a blue S on the box indicating that they're safe. Obviously, if you just buy a phone and doesn't have a box, you won't know that. So there'll be another database that you can check, that IMEI number, which is an identification number for phones, to go against a database that Samsung's going to create telling you if the phone is safe or not. But ultimately, the boxes on the new Samsung Galaxy Note 7s will have an S on it to indicate that it's safe. Guys, thanks for watching these stories keep getting crazier and bigger and going all over the place. So we'll see where all that stuff heads to. But ultimately, be safe, return your device if you have not already, and use a replacement device or ask for a replacement device from your carrier. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave those down below. Also leave any news and tidbits about this in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys down the road. Peace!